Start the podcast by doing something new. Let's start singing "Snow Heyo" by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm not my little dick, suck my little dick, suck my penis and fuck my ass too.
Part of a verse still, but it's okay. That's pretty good.
Oh fuck. Well, if people are listening past that,
from Foo Fighters.
Bro, you guys are Anthony Off-Key-dus.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're Will Ferrell, the drummer.
this is WFYM, not Fortune Kid, Alex.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about the peppers. That's what I call them.
No, you're not allowed to talk about how in key we are.
Oh no, you should listen to the one where we had Tom on and we did karaoke to the Black Eyed Peas. Not a lot of key happening in that one.
Oh,
not just from him, from all of it.
That's not cool, man.
Sometimes you just got to have a good time. Who cares?
Yeah, sometimes you got to Joshua or Jerry.
That's right.
It's like saying don't yuck my yum.
So anyway, I was talking shit about puzzles. Puzzles are fucking stupid because you can see what it looks like on the box. You already know what it looks like, and it doesn't have all those little perforations.
Jigsaw puzzles?
That's a good point, Alex.
Yeah, any sort of jigsaw puzzle. Anything where you can see the picture. It's like if you bought a video game and on the cover was like the end cutscene in the final boss.
That's true. Or like flipping a book over, just like opening up a book to like read the description, the fucking whole story's right there. And then you're like, oh, awesome.
Yeah, like on the cover of the book, it was like Snape killing Voldemort or Snape killing Dumbledore. Like, damn, I can't wait to get to the end of this book.
Dude, spoilers.
They should do a re-release of like a paperback with like original art and just have that on there and see if anyone fucking notices or cares. Dude, it's right here.
How epic were you guys about Snape killed Dumbledore when it happened?
I was already self-aware enough. I was like, 18 or 19? I was already self-aware enough and like ironically posting enough online where it was super cringe. Like, I thought the guys driving by and like yelling spoilers were the fucking biggest dipshits in the world.
I remember thinking it was funny, but that's about it.
I was pretty epic about it.
I was a cat.
Me too, Chad.
I was surprisingly not, considering that was when I was like most frequently on 4chan, but also like pretty much stuck to the sports board, as you know. And I didn't like that type of humor, despite being Catholic and like it was Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter, and Catholics always pick Lord of the Rings because the Harry Potter was evil, even though it was the stupid same shit, man. And I'm surprised I wasn't more epic about it, so I understand.
So I would have been 15. Yeah, since 2005 is when it happened. So I would have been 15.
I had a good guess.
And I was also like really on 4chan and like epic. And I wanted my mom to take me into town so me and a friend with a license could drive by the midnight release at the bookstore and yell at it.
Oh my fucking god!
But she like wouldn't let me because she thought it was too mean and didn't want to like drive 20 minutes into town. Which I mean, she was right.
No, she was wrong. It would have been dope.
Yeah, I got cucked, dude.
Didn't that happen during the summer?
I would drive myself to GameStop midnight releases. Burning Crusade and Wrath Lich King.
July 16th.
Okay,
was when the book
that's
came
why.
out. So yeah, it was.
Maybe if it had been during the school year, I would have said it to somebody. But in July, like,
we should make up a lie that somebody we knew. We'll make up we'll just say like a random city, like say it was in Chicago, and he drove by and yelled spoilers, and someone pulled out a gun and shot him twice and killed him.
Yeah, then he pretended to be a sex worker online.
Oh shit! Yeah, he was in a coma and legally died for 2 days.
Someone kept sending him money and said that you can get released from the hospital in 17 days.
Oh my god!
That's how long it takes you
to do all the tests at home. Yep.
Yeah, to like put in insulin or put on an oxygen mask. That's how hospitals work in America. Is it takes 17 days.
Hey, we don't want you to...
All the physical therapists are up at 3 a.m. giving you updates.
That's right.
Hospitals in America, they're basically like their basic philosophy everywhere is better safe than sorry. We'll keep you here a little extra longer.
Yeah, famously. We just right now, especially, there are just so many open beds. You're always hearing about how many open hospital beds there are in America. So, really, there's really no harm in keeping someone there an extra month for literally no reason.
Make sure they know how to do everything in their life. It's kind of nice.
So anyway, Home Halfway is in the hospital.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he tried to kill himself by trying to suck his own dick so hard it went down his throat and blocked his breathing.
Damn.
He live streamed it on Periscope.
I've been at work all day, and I was like, maybe it happened. Like, I thought I would have seen it in a DM, but you never know. Maybe I missed it. Well, I guess I did, because he's in the hospital for sucking his own dick.
Yeah, I just told you. You think I'm lying?
Me.
Why would I lie about this?
Yeah.
He was like,
he fucking was stabbing the back of his throat, and he'd pull it out and go, truly humbling. Do it again. Poor guy.
So, for anyone that didn't see Chet's tweet, he added Chet, Tom, Michael, and the FYM account.
That wasn't really him, though, right?
But I don't think it was him, right?
No, of course that wasn't him.
No, that's why I didn't post about it on the timeline, because I want to give that weirdo's attention.
Yeah.
That wasn't actually home halfway.
Well, Chet did, so he started it.
How am I supposed to know
it's just some tryhard troll. It's not,
because
he would never do that.
Name, he's never used the name not Michael. He's only used Some Black Guy Matters and Michael Sucks, or Michael.
And Michael Flynn.
Oh, is it not Michael's his handle, isn't it?
No, his handle's home halfway. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I know that. I thought he changed it from a different... Oh, okay.
No, never.
Hell, you didn't look at the account?
He wouldn't be able to search for his old tweets and retweet himself if he changed his name.
How did you fall for a clone? How many times have we talked about clones and how easy it is to tell a clone from a real account? There, you have to click on it and open up the profile and then check if they have the subs and
you get the subreddit.
Well, no, now I'm deleting that tweet.
This was only made 20 minutes ago.
It's
nice
whoever was trying to make some epic joke, something pussied out or went to bed and sobered up or something. So they immediately.
I wonder if it was.
They made the group and left right away.
Do you think that the L in halfway was a capital I? Is that how they got us?
Bro, I didn't even look at the URL. I just saw the fucking name was not Michael and they were using the wrong avatar. I'm like, that's not him.
I don't think I was even in it because I don't have open DMs.
Yeah,
you can't just add me to stuff. That's why I don't have it.
I was online when it happened, and I instantly just deleted it. I'm like, okay, dumbass.
It's so much nicer.
It was some fucking 0 follower just got created account.
When you don't even see that stuff to begin with.
No, I didn't even click on the account. I thought I couldn't because I figured he maybe blocked me again or something. So I didn't even. I don't know. Dude. I don't know how Twitter. I don't pay attention to this shit. The dude blocked me like 2 years ago.
You're a freaking boomer,
dude. I got bigger issues to worry about.
Yeah, he's the CEO of the Beaver Club.
Yeah, bro, like what? Registering for Medicare?
Even if it was
getting AARP.
Basically, any issue is bigger than that. Any issue is bigger than home halfway adding you to a DM.
Well, not for him.
Well, apparently,
for him, that is
let's get into
probably the greatest issue of all time is whether or not he's allowed in a DM. He will go to the end of the earth. So,
should we catch up people that didn't listen to the Patreon? Or have been on Twitter?
I guess so.
No, we should make him go buy it.
Yeah, you go listen to it now. No, there was a Home Halfway got accused of making a fake sex worker account that was 24 years old. It was a woman who was like, "Oh, I'm just having some hot lesbian threesomes and getting paid for it. This is awesome." And Home Halfway would reply to it, and he accidentally posted in a DM one of his own tweets, but saying, "Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm Sam Alam I am." Then he got called out on the timeline, and then the woman defended herself, and now he's gone. He said he's leaving forever, and the sex worker account also is gone. And there's this big Reddit post that's like...
Before we get into the Reddit post, just one thing about the Brooklyn Biatch Samalanga Ding Dong saga that was really funny is she was getting into an argument on the timeline with some other
we had to cover this
person.
Part.
And the fave start she was like, well, show me proof. And she's like, would me holding a paper be fine? And she holds up this piece of paper that had like the date on it. And it was like very clearly a man's thumb.
Not just a man's
like
thumb,
a big
dude.
Toe.
It looked like Devin the selfie slut's thumb.
Yeah, it was very
like,
wide.
Man, it was
thumb,
so good.
Sort of like outlaw-like thumbnail.
It looks like whoever that thumb belongs to can make a fucking mean stew out of a bunch of raw vegetables.
It looks like whoever's thumb that is, they might have a nail-biting problem, which could signal some sort of anxiety or neurosis in their life.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can think of anyone like that.
Which a certain someone mentioned all the way back in his 2015 interview with the Chicago Tribune. Classic.
They should delete that. Someone should shame the newspaper into deleting that interview because he was bad online.
We didn't talk about all the like pimp stuff, which I wasn't aware of at the time, but that stuff's really funny too.
Oh yeah, the half black or the black pimp that can speak Yiddish. So fucking cool. He was like really into getting his girls vaxxed and having checkups and stuff.
Oh yeah, and making sure that the Johns are vaxxed too.
Mm-hmm.
Classic pimp behavior. Anyways. Alex, to the posts.
Yeah, I love that pimp. What a nice pimp.
Manager.
And he's so cool with her just like posting about how they do business illegally online.
Oh my
like,
God.
so here's where I met my pimp. So here's the way we communicate with each other. Here's the street corner that we do all this at. And we here's actually my Venmo name where I take the payments.
I was tired after hoeing, so I went to this cafe, which I usually go to at night.
Yeah, all of the waitresses there, they also pay to fuck me in a big lesbian orgy. It's so awesome.
I can't believe I get paid to this. Never wake me up. This is my dream life.
It's so awesome, and they're all vaccinated, too. They're all quadruple vaccinated, even though they're not qualified to even get that yet.
Oh, boy.
So on
r/home halfway.
We should make that. We can be the mods.
r/Michael Suggs.
So on r/out of the loop, someone asked, "What's up with Home Halfway on Twitter? And the account's been deleted and the post's been deleted. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I didn't see it before."
I think it's common when because that's one of those Reddits where it says like solved or answered, so they like delete the OP after.
That would make sense because there's this really long comment answering the question by a former friend of Michael. They're all using pseudonyms. So he is like one of the people in one of those group DMs where Home Halfway pissed everybody off, doing a bunch of stupid antics.
85-person DMs.
So this is like either the person that posted that screenshot the first time, I forget what his name was, like Octopus Sausage or something.
Octopussy Caveman or whatever.
Oh yeah, which by the way, fucking maybe 4 hours after he did the Home Hathaway call out, he did a fucking Eric Alper, what's one movie that everybody should see post.
He's an engagement lord.
So cool.
That guy deleted his thread too.
He did, yeah.
But what are you worried about? Home Halfway has shooters out there?
Bro, he was cleaning up the timeline.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a pun. It wasn't a prompt.
So that guy's one of the refugees from that DM where Home Halfway revealed himself. He calls that other guy that posted it going on a rampage. Rampage now deleted in parentheses. So I wonder if they yelled at him like, dude, I don't want Home Halfway to get mad at us. Bro, don't post it.
A rampage.
But apparently all of this actually happened last year.
You are shooting up the school of my life right now with that thread. You need to delete it.
What happened was Michael Sucks left the DM after that screenshot came out, which is about a year ago, and then people made a new one because they didn't want to kick him out or be mean to him.
That's so least, by the way, like at least the third or fourth time that I know of that's happened specifically because of him.
Oh yeah, he's why that maneuver was invented.
So it's like when you have a DM of 34 people, then you have another one of 33 people.
One's way more active. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. Thinking about all the DM groups I've liked that have died, I'm like, oh, maybe it was me that was a problem.
Oh, no. Bro, we gotta get Michael.
Lord.
Michael sucks. No, the other one.
I sucks.
The other Michael who sucks. So he was asking people to get back into that room. And he just messaged people until he found one person who didn't know what happened.
Yeah, they were new enough, but they didn't know, and they're like, sure, what's up, Mike?
And then...
it's like coming back with disguises to get more free samples. So they like...
And this was all after he got mad at one of the people in this group chat and unfollowed them, and then came back in, and then that's what triggered that guy posting it on the timeline, just dumping his dirt out because he was so mad that Home Halfway just appeared suddenly without like anyone's permission in a DM that was specifically created to keep him out.
So incredible.
The No Michael Club.
Oh man,
the No Michael Club.
Man.
Well, and then the other group DM thing was after, not this time when he got left Twitter, but another time when he left Twitter, he created a DM with how many people was it? 65, the cap.
Mm-hmm.
No, 33 other people, and he named the DM Michael Hub
with a Pornhub parody logo. By the way, if you zoom in.
Oh yeah,
don't miss that detail.
That's sick.
Very horny.
And anyways, just added a few more friends, so I'll repost my note. Hey gang, I'm not back to tweeting again or active again here. If If you're in this room, it's because I've missed talking to you, and I felt like when I left, it was too tough to keep in touch. It was like I was never here. So this is a room for people I valued when I was here. You don't have to stay, but I've made a mess of things. And he goes on about that. But it's so funny to like leave Twitter and then create a group DM for everybody centered around you.
Incredible.
And these aren't really people he's friends with. It's people he's acquaintances with.
It's the last people on Twitter with over 5,000 followers that tolerate him. That's pretty much it.
It's like people where all of them don't like him, except the one person who's new and doesn't know about him yet, who hasn't been like suicide baited yet. Yeah, but they get more general about just how he was in group DMs, which is exactly how you would assume he was. We've never been in a group DM with him, I don't think. None of us.
Oh, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Back. You know what? He might have hated me by the time group DMs started. I can't remember.
Maybe group DMs weren't that...
It was a kick group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was kick home halfway.
9 years ago.
Who was top kick?
Get it?
He was.
Anyways,
so they say, he and I were in a group chat that was started at the beginning of the pandemic, and I genuinely met some of my favorite people in the world in there. We talked all day, every day during lockdown, etc., etc. They're like, made a lot of their best friends in there, etc. He only added 1 or 2 people from that group chat to this Michael hub. Mind you, he knew a lot of them for much longer than he knew me. A pattern of behavior. He claims to be friends with so many people, but it tends to come down to who is hot, a woman, and or clouded enough on Twitter for him to associate with.
True. But by the way, we noticed that pattern, 7 years ago?
Oh, yeah. There's a specific age band of women that he's friends with. And he's one of those guys, too, that's like, oh, I'm afraid of the guys because they're mean to me. So I want all the women to be my mom.
Can I sit over here? Boys versus girls.
Fuck up, man.
Boys versus girls. I'll play on the girls' team to even it out.
Mr. Oh, he's harmless.
Yeah, like, yeah, and then he's just trying to fuck them in a weird passive-aggressive way.
Mr. Where's my hug or I'll kill myself?
Where's my hug or I'll kill myself?
Where's my life-saving hug from you, you bitch?
That song from the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack. If you don't hug me, I'll kill myself.
Fuck. That's really what I've been lately, dumb and dumber. Truly apologize for everyone. Fuck. I want a Michael apology so bad, man.
He should come back with a really long one.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely got close.
I was shit.
I was shit. I genuinely got close with so many of the people, but Michael only ever was having a personal depressive episode and looking for attention for himself. I was having a very hard time, too, and aired it on the timeline. He never checked on me personally and usually found a way to get sympathy for himself or just didn't chat when other people were talking about their shit. He wasn't there to engage with everyone and have fun with us and be there for us. He was there to pity himself and literally just brought us all further down. He was never there to contribute to a convo, just self-pity. Always.
True. He's been like this forever too, and like he acknowledges it through his jokes, and he still's like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, he makes so many apologies. He had that apology on TikTok. He constantly tells people about all the things that he's done and that the remorse he feels, and then he just does it again. It's like a 2-year-old. Like, I'm sorry, and then they're just still doing it while they're saying that. One thing we didn't mention, I don't think, that's very important, is that the avatar on the Samalama Ding Dong account, which is cleavage in like a floral dress, is apparently taken from a sneeze fetish video. Which one?
Yeah,
that's
people
so
like
fucking
triangulated.
Hot. That is the fucking hottest thing ever. Is a woman sneezing.
So another thing that Samalanga Ding Dong would do would be to reply to like other sex workers that would start threads being like, show me a naughty picture that doesn't include your private parts. And it would be like cleavage or like just basically no dong or pussy.
Cleavage is kind of showing your private parts.
Yeah, well, it was
hot, though.
Okay, so it was like show me a hot picture that isn't dong or pussy. And you know, the OP might have like their bare breasts hanging out when they're like bending over or something. And then Samalanga Ding Dong would reply with like a picture in a bra or whatever of just like cropped cleavage. And I think maybe it's in that thread that there was like 4 different pictures that they were able to backtrace to find out what they were. And it's like the weirdest like kink to be into, man. It's like super soft core Twitter porn.
I still have my suspicions that Sam Lamba Ding Dong. All the way, we didn't mention the other. Sam Lamba Ding Dong had an alt that she blogged on about being a sex worker called Melinda by Night, and it was just really boring, roasty type sex shit that you'd think Home Halfway would definitely think it up. All lesbian threesome shit. Anyway, she had like horny reply guys. So if it is Home Halfway, he probably sexted with a lot of guys, which is pretty cool.
That'd be so cool.
It still kind of seems like there might have been someone else involved with that, or maybe he just plagiarized it or something. But
whatever the case may be,
some of that writing is a little weird.
His reaction is definitely some sort of admittance of guilt.
Yeah, he is at the very least one of the people on it. Because
of his reaction, he's going to take the blame no matter what. So you just might as well accept it as canon.
Yeah, the way he defended himself by saying that the account had a black avatar or something, and that's why it didn't show up in the group
that
DM.
Reaction
To be like,
just right away, I was like, huh?
People who are obsessed with group DMs in Twitter, people who, like, they're just obsessed with Twitter cloud and which group DMs they're in and not in, those are the people least likely to believe that. Like, maybe if you were, like, defending it to your mom or something, like, no, I wasn't being weird online. No. Like, she would believe that, but to other people who are, like, group DM veterans, they know how it works. They know how the formatting works.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't him, it's like he should be sent to jail just for having a defense that fucking bad. So stupid, man.
It is crazy.
It's like saying,
and he impersonated his wife.
It's like getting accused of a crime when you say it was your identical twin.
Yeah, I want to put that out there too. There's a lot of dumbasses with hamster brains that just can't remember anything past like last week, if that have been repeating over and over. He did it again. He got caught catfishing again. And then somebody's like, wait, what? He did? And someone's like, yeah, he got caught posing as his wife for years on here too. Completely conflating it with the LOL account. Different person, different weird dude.
Yeah, I hate how people act like experts on this shit.
Yeah, they're the fucking authorities.
Yeah,
no,
we're the experts, goddammit.
Yeah, if you have not been talking about Home Halfway and the shit he's done since 2014...
This is my life.
Please don't tweet like, okay, so I'm going to explain what happened here.
Here's the rundown. I'm sorry, excuse me? You must be extremely online, sir.
Dude, when you said LOL, I just felt this like pang of pain because I knew like exactly what that was about. Like, why is that? And yeah, and I sent my like
used to be online boyfriend and girlfriend.
DMs.
You got
but no,
no.
I just felt sad that that's something that occupies space in my brain.
You know what's the funniest thing about that one, though?
Sucks, bro.
That guy didn't even stop until their divorce was finalized, because then he just said, I can't do it anymore.
Because she inherited the account. Funny. It's hers now.
Yeah.
Cheddar, were you familiar with LOL?
LOL was like a classic following 417 people, 23,500 followers, post 3 jokes a day that do like 150 faves each, and then deletes replies type account. Just like a clean, weird Twitter account, but then would also DM about periods and shit. Turned out it was a guy posing as his wife the whole time.
Oh my god.
My period's so fucking wet right now.
Well, they were married when they started. He used the account for 4 years, amassed that entire following that she didn't even know about. And his reasoning was, I posted the same caliber jokes on a different account as myself, or like a raccoon or something. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they got divorced like pretty like soon into the
man.
account, like within the first year.
No,
right?
No. I just said he used the account for 4 years, and they got married. They got divorced, and then he stopped using it. He was married the whole time using the account, but she wasn't aware of it.
Oh,
and he would literally use her pictures and shit, and like pose.
Yeah, the way that I remembered it is that like they divorced like shortly after, and then she like found out about it years later. But
it would be funny to be one of those accounts.
Very funny.
I think I am.
It would be funny to be one of those accounts in sext with guys on there, but not know female anatomy at all. Be like, I'm fingering the one hole I have down there that I pee out of.
Oh, my way right there.
Dude, stop getting me horny. You're going to make me period.
Magnifying glass?
Yeah, get deep inside my clit.
Bro, I'm trying to find my clit and I can't find it. You're going to be so horny. I'm looking for it and I just don't know where it is. Is it on top or below the other hole?
Sorry, I have to turn on my phone's flashlight. I can't find my bean. Sorry, I sound so far away. I'm using my phone's flashlight to find my bean. It's so dark in here. On my way being Samalama Ding Dong. Can't find my Samalama Ding Dong. Can't find my slammer button.
I want you to lift up my hood.
Ew.
All right, you guys want to do a tweet of the week? All right. So this is an old one that like just got brought up after the home. So this, I don't know when it's from because it's not dated.
Tweet of the decade.
But tweet of the decade.
Yes.
From Michael Sucks. The world is ending similarly to the way Joker ended. Violently, predictably, and obviously due to fucked up dudes who refuse to confront any real issues.
Well, that's rich coming from him.
Oh, yeah, the Joker's not confronting his issue. It seems like the Joker confronted the...
Not dated. It was a screen cap from someone that had Home Halfway's notifications.
That was from 2013. That was about the Dark Knight.
And then, like, I saw a Facebook screen cap from his Facebook where I guess he also used to post jokes. And this one's from April 1st. And
yeah, this is after the event.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I might be going shopping today. Liv Tyler, can I join you? Arnold, come with me if you want to live.
Great.
And then he replies to it in the comments, my last joke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that probably should be your last joke if you think that's funny. Just reciting Arnold lines in your head, being like, do any of these words sound like other words? I'll be back. I'll be Bach, and it's the composer Bach. That would be a great T-shirt idea. Let me post that on Facebook real quick.
What about you're trying to get someone to come and watch Food Network with you?
Okay.
And it was get to the Chopped here.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
That reminds me. This is something I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
So a close friend of mine got on Food Network for a new show, and it got me to thinking, like, I would love to be in a career where I could, like, go and film an hour television show and win, like, 10 grand or 20 grand or something. Because you, like, chef, obviously, baker, and then you got, like, Forged in Fire, and there's, like, makeup artist ones, and ink master for tattoos. And I was at work thinking, like, why can't there be a Forged in Electricity where I'm an electrician and I get $10,000? And then I realized, like, that's just HGTV, right? Yeah. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, they do competitions where who can set up the electricity in this house the fastest.
You know what you should do, Aaron?
I can do it in 3 minutes flat.
You should become a pro electrician. Full whatever. And then you can move to where all the content creators are and be their fucking cool electrician that installs all their shit and makes their shit look cool. And be a swag guy that way. You know?
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine if there's a competition for selling weed.
Oh, there is.
Like, Chet was there.
Drug dealing.
Dude, I sold 2 of...
Yeah, it's called BET.
Oh, fuck off.
God damn it.
I convinced 2 people to buy the $80 joints yesterday who didn't come in wanting one.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so unfortunately there's no sales incentive for those ones. But if there was...
What's in that?
They're like, sir, I only have $82.
Well, it is.
Is it all extract?
It's 2 grams of premium flour. It's got like 0.5 grams of live resin. Keef. It's rolled in a rice paper with a glass tip, and then there's like a small hole drilled through the middle so it burns evenly and slowly, I guess, or something like that.
That's not worth $80.
No, it's not, but it's
You know
cool.
what I think those
That's
ads, though?
worth 40 tops.
Yeah.
Well, I have a discount.
I
so
agree.
For 50 for me.
I agree with Alex, but also the purpose of those to me are like, I hate cigars. I think cigars are stupid as fuck. But if you have a nice occasion, like a baby or a wedding or something, light that bad boy up.
And well, that's what's funny because like when
in the delivery
one guy I
room.
sold it to, I'm like, so man, I'm like, you got like some friends coming into town? Are we celebrating a milestone or something like that? And he's like, nah, I just really want to try one of these. I was like, all right, man.
Can you imagine they have your new baby in the incubator because he's a little jaundiced and you're fucking blowing rings at it? They're like, what the fuck? And you're like, it's from the earth.
Well, smoking's actually okay for babies, I've learned recently.
Yo,
Do you remember that old...
Take the sneeze guard off my baby. He's not getting any contact.
Do you remember that old tweet where it was someone who posted a picture of a guy and his wife doing a water birth? And in the caption was, this in a blunt? And then people quote tweeted it, getting mad at it. And I see why they got mad, but honestly, he kind of had a point. Like it would probably make that more enjoyable and memorable.
True.
Would be like, man, this is sick.
So funny.
This is awesome.
Fuck, man.
Bro, you ever look at a baby? It's crazy.
This in a blunt picture, and it's like this little peg art of Detective Pikachu. Alex loves puzzles.
Hell yeah, puzzles are awesome.
It's kind of...
Oh, you've changed it. Hypocrite.
Yeah.
We gotcha. This you?
Let's timestamp him.
Oh my god, he admitted it. Hot dog, man.
Hot dog. Dude, you're the admitted hot dog.
The admitted hot dog.
It's the most wonderful time of the year almost, boys.
What's that?
The couple days after Easter where all the Reese's eggs are cheap.
Oh.
When is Easter
Oh my god,
year?
dude. It is not this weekend.
Yeah.
The 16th? The 17th?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gone that weekend. I'm going to BC to see my family.
Fuck you. Sorry.
Asshole.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Fuck you.
Jackass.
You don't care about Easter?
Jackass is the best boomer one to say, because it's like, that's the one that Tough Fish says the best. Yeah, jackass.
Jackass. Hey, my birthday's 2 days after Easter then. April 19th.
420.
Mark your calendars.
Yup.
Not doing anything cool.
Bro.
Probably just going to work. And I don't have enough money to do cases this year, but that's okay.
Is your birthday really 4/19?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like Oklahoma City bombing.
It sucks that you can only get high on your
Waco,
birthday,
Texas.
not the next day.
I think Columbine was the 20th. Hitler's birthday.
It was.
Not a good time of the year.
Yeah, I was at, let's see, I was on M15 Taco Bell by Pine Knob. I was with Andrew and my mom, and we were eating inside, and there was Columbine on the TV.
I was hiding under a desk, and they asked me if I believed in God, and I said no.
Oh, wow.
And then they just kept walking. It was so smart
Damn,
of me.
that's
Like,
cool.
I'm so glad I was an atheist in high school.
That is awesome. Bass. So stupid.
And then
is
Flyleaf
based,
didn't
dude.
write a song about me, which kind of sucked. I really wanted some Christian post-grunge
The
written about me.
consequence of time traveling, man. If I could time travel, I would make Evanescence not let Paul McCoy from 12 Stones on Bring Me to Life, so that his ghetto rap part wouldn't get censored on the radio. Made him lose playtime and Grammys. Wasn't 12 Stones a Christian band?
I don't know.
Evanescence was definitely pseudo-Christian. I think there was one guy named like Josh Moody or something who was, I think, on the first album, or he helped write some of the material, but he left because they weren't Christian enough or something. And then
Josh Moody.
Amy Lee kind of dialed it down.
I bet he listened to My Immortal after he left the band a bunch.
Remember when Paramore tweeted out her titties?
Oh yeah, that was so funny. It was like one of the first years that Twitter was out, and she just tweets her own nude in like the middle of the night. Like, how did you even do that?
Hell yeah.
Did they even have?
She thought she was.
Did they even have
I thought
DMs yet?
I definitely only heard about that
No.
from you at the time.
It was because people used to use Twitter like on their phones, but they used to like tweet in text, or like they used to text in tweets. And apparently she was like wanting to send the nude on her BlackBerry to some like guy or whatever.
Yeah, to Newfound Glory.
And yeah, and she did it to the Twitter thing instead. So yeah, it was like
Isn't
pre-DM,
that
I believe.
what Wiener did?
She was trying to click on Twitty, Conway in her contacts list.
I'm going to be that damn podcast right now. Is there still happen to be an extra copy of that? Asking for a friend for science. Fuck. I can't do it. I can't be that damn podcast.
I was thinking a funny bit for our podcast is if we stole segments from podcasts that no longer exist, because they can't get mad at us. But I could only think of one like podcast that I like listened to that doesn't exist anymore that like had segments,
Yeah.
which would have been a real good show. We could do the real good thing where you have to say one good thing that happened this week.
Oh, okay.
But or was one? No, it's like one piece of media that you enjoyed from the last.
Oh, good. I don't want to try to think of a good thing.
I watched Dune and I really enjoyed it.
Nice. New Carpenter Brett album,
Oh.
really good.
You know what I've been enjoying?
What?
You know what I've been enjoying that
What's
might be
up?
even
What have you been
good,
enjoying, Michael?
Good stream content for Chet to watch while he's playing something else as well, like RuneScape. Most of the seasons of Celebrity Poker Showdown are on YouTube,
Ooh,
I would watch
including season 1, episode 1 with Ben
I
Affleck.
forgot you could just.
Is the one
watch
with Jason
those.
Alexander on there?
Bro, the fucking Norm Macdonald hour and 40-minute episode's on there.
Oh, fuck. Well, I know what I'm going to be streaming later.
Yeah, that's my media I've enjoyed this week.
You been watching those?
Yeah, they're great.
Not on stream, though, right?
No.
Okay. You want to come on and watch them?
I don't really care, but... Dude, people are getting DMCA'd again today.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
They're getting VODs locked and stuff. No, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah,
it's
Jake
music
got his
stuff.
VOD locked today.
It's music stuff.
Or he had to delete his VOD from yesterday.
Yeah, they're going hard on it again. It looks like a new system.
Weird. I did play a Troll Slayer montage during the charity stream. I'm assuming it just got muted. We didn't get anything else from that, though.
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
we haven't checked out.
Let's look. We haven't got any email.
Cool. I figured it. I mean, that's fine because we already at that point we had already watched
looking live
the
on
neighbor
pod.
montage
Hello.
too.
Yeah. 0 claims on your account.
They expire now anyway because the streamer that had one got another one today, but he's only back at one now or whatever.
24-hour stream wasn't muted at all, actually.
We talked enough.
42,000 views.
Nice.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
it was fun, man. We're going over.
Hey, should upload that to YouTube if the views transfer over.
Yeah, like Truth
Get
Social.
monetized, bud.
Uploading a 24-hour VOD and expecting to still 42,000 people go watch it. Come on, guys. Come on, do this. How good are you?
You guys are telling me you don't have one day off a week
Before we get
that you
too
can
far
watch
away from
this?
home halfway, can I revisit another piece of media that I enjoyed this week?
Yes.
That was his 2015 interview with Eric Zorn from the Chicago Tribune.
Oh, absolutely. There's some good quotes in this.
So this is like right after he changed his from his real name to Michael Flynn, which was also about 3 months before Trump used Michael Flynn, and Michael Flynn got in trouble and was all over the news as a bad guy. So he had to change back to Michael Sucks or whatever.
Wait, that's not all one guy?
No, well, surprisingly not.
Those are two.
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
The funniest thing that I have to say about this interview is Eric Zorn, the interviewer, is really trying to get him to admit that he spends too much time on Twitter the whole time. Let me just start. Question, the interviewer. You've posted nearly 50,000 times in your 3 years you've been on Twitter. Man, that was only 3 years in at that time.
Brutal.
By my calculations, that's an average of 45 tweets a day, 7 days a week since the summer of 2012. How do you fit that into your life? Answer. That number is misleading.
Child neglect, mostly?
Some of those posts are retweets, and others are just public replies to other uses. Only about 30,000 of those actual tweets are written by me for a wider audience. It's not as time-consuming as it might seem. I'll write something, read for a few minutes, go do something else, come back, think of something else, read some more, and so on. That sounds so tedious. My mind is always going a mile a minute, for better or worse. Doesn't that slow? Should have said it faster. So I'm always throwing stuff out there. I've probably written 5 to 10 jokes per day over the past year or so. I think it's one of your most popular tweets. Lucy, comma, in the sky, comma, with diamonds. John Lennon, world's worst Clue player. And then it lists the fucking retweets and favorites by, like, down to the digit.
They do numbers?
12,000 faves at that time. Pretty good.
Is Lucy one of the people in Clue?
I don't think so. It's just Lucy in the sky with diamonds. It sounds like a murder, right? She's in the sky and she killed him with diamonds. Get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
it's not one of the people it can be.
He's bad at Clue though. So he would.
That's yeah, I see. Yeah, he was never really good at Clue.
Yo, that's fucking funny.
This is one that he was retweeting up until he quit. Just gonna wait to see how long it takes this police sketch artist to realize I'm describing him. That's it. 13,000 faves at the time. Here's a great one. I'll have a club sandwich on rye, hold the mayo, cuddle the mustard, whisper soft words of confidence to the lettuce, make love to the onion. 6,000 faves. Those are his most popular tweets. I love this part. How often do you post something, then think of it better of it and take it down? Answer, every day. Sometimes I tweet something I may just try out and think again. Or if a tweet I was on the fence about in the first place ends up not getting much of a response, I suppose it's like a comic trying out jokes and sticking to what works. Yeah, I suppose. And he talks about why he's called Home Halfway. The name goes back about 13 years when I dropped out of my first college and felt a bit lost. I started using the handle then to signify where I felt in life. Being halfway home, figuratively speaking, is entirely subjective. It was a good reminder to me to always strive. It just became my thing. Interviewer, there was no Twitter 13 years ago. For what other purpose did you take that name? Same purpose. I just used it on Messenger or email name instead of a Twitter handle. This is my favorite. You have 35,000 followers, which is impressive, particularly for someone who is relatively anonymous. Blah, blah. What can you tell me about that growth? Answer, my quickest periods of growth were when someone with way more followers than I had would recommend me to their following and retweet me a few times. Endorsements from other people can have a big impact. So funny. A lot of people also wish me a happy birthday and retweet me on my birthday. Outlaw syndrome. Which always means a lot that so many people care. There are certainly some great people on this site I'm lucky to know. It's thanks to the kindness I've had on Twitter that I'm anything on there today. Blah, 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 blah.
That's pity, mostly.
Before you became active on Twitter, were you active on any other social media platforms? If so, which ones? Blah, blah, blah. I've been on Facebook and Instagram primarily. Outside of Twitter, which is indeed I'm trying to find if there's any better shit. I've always been able to make people laugh at parties and in social groups altogether. Not just friends, but people who didn't know me. So with their encouragement, I signed up and thought to see if I had any promise. He signed up to Twitter to make jokes. Man.
That's sick.
The guy makes fun.
I signed up to follow Scott Aukerman.
The guy kind of makes fun of him following 1,800 people and says, how do you read a timeline like that? And he says he has lists and also says he doesn't look at the timeline very much. Cap, he has 899,000 faves. Can you estimate the amount of time every day you devote to reading feeds, writing posts, and feeding on material? He's still going in on it with the fucking time spent. This is the biggest home halfway lie. Some days I'll just be on for a few minutes. Write 1 or 2 jokes, read my timeline for a moment, and be done. Days like that I'm either busy or having a bad anxiety day, parentheses, a very long, difficult battle for me.
It's one of those days when my toddler's bitching.
Or it just feels like too much. Other days I'll be on for a few hours total, commuting, or if I'm home and my wife is watching something I'm not interested in, or if I'm taking a break throughout my day. Some days a dozen ideas come to me and I'll write them throughout the day. I don't set aside time to think of jokes. When they come, they come. Most of my most popular jokes came out of nowhere. I wrote them instantly when I thought of them.
He's such a natural. You can think of that shit off the dome.
I wrote them instantly when I thought of them. Just think about that phrase. And when something does take off, it feels wonderful. He does feel it like a drug, man. Holy shit.
God damn.
Do you keep a notebook, or when you think of a joke, do you stop to what you're doing to post it? I don't have a process, really. Then he goes, blah, 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 blah. Basically says the same thing about tweeting. Okay, you've mentioned having anxiety disorder. Does Twitter help with that? Prompt it or play no role one way or another? In some ways it helps it. In some ways it causes it. Yeah, maybe pretending to be a sex worker would do that. It can help in terms of the kind people I know on there who I can hash out things with, talk things out with. What a weird sentence. I can hash out things with, talk things out with. Ugh. People who reach out or who have it as well and understand. Anxiety and joke writing seem to often go hand in hand. It can cause anxiety in terms of the negativity and trolling that goes on. It's very common on social media. Oh. Question. Do you think there's such a thing as social media addiction? If so, do you think you suffer from it? Answer. There absolutely is. I've thought about this a lot, and I don't think I have it. Because I feel no connection to social media. The only reason I do with Twitter is because I'm hooked on telling jokes.
What?
He's hooked on the jokes. Wait, this is my favorite quote.
It's like saying I'm not hooked on heroin, I just like needles.
Yeah. I've told thousands. I want to tell thousands more. Seeing if others like them, seeing who likes them, is still fun to me. The character you write on Twitter is sometimes married, sometimes dating, sometimes has kids, sometimes lives alone, sometimes has a pet, sometimes... Who is the true you?
Is Pusha T.
Yeah, who's the true you? I'm vague about those details because it allows me to write more jokes. I like coming up with silly situations that give me a bit more freedom. I'm vague about those details? Hello. That's a fucking weird way to say, like, just say you have a wife, dude. Okay, no, he does go on to say, the true me is a married man, 3 years with a cat and an iguana. No kids, but we're not too far off. True. You've developed relationships of sorts with some others on Twitter. You acknowledge birthdays, urge your followers to follow others, and so on. Are any of these friendships/acquaintanceships real or otherwise meaningful to you? To me, Twitter is pointless without community, without knowing others. I don't like the idea of solely telling jokes to people I don't know about or interact with. I prioritize friendships highly in my offline life. Something that transfers over to how I communicate on Twitter. Oh, here's some kickers. It's never healthy to take Twitter too seriously. But at the same time, my dumb jokes mean something to me. A lot of comedy folks on Twitter are sensitive, lonely to some degree, using Twitter as a place to belong or be heard. Ever meet up with any of your Twitter pals face to face? Oh no. I've met a few comics, including Andy Kindler. Wasn't that Ellen's producer? Which was wonderful. And one regular person like me. It's all been really positive. I'm pretty sure that means when he went to the Ellen show and met Andy Kindler because they followed each other.
I thought Andy Kindler was like... Isn't he a voice in Bob's Burgers?
Oh, maybe I'm
he was
up
like
with somebody, I think.
Andy Kindler's an old guy.
Yeah,
so was the other
comic.
one I'm thinking of,
He did like a yearly comedy review things, which he was most popular for.
I'm sure the Ellen guy followed him too.
I know who you're thinking of. Yeah, the Ellen's producer that finds the tweets. That found the grocery turtle tweet, which doesn't make it makes no sense.
We'll get into that.
Oh yeah, that's the tweet of the week. Actually, is the grocery turtle.
We're gonna get into that too. He doesn't say he's going into comedy at all at this point. Says I have no intention of leaving my job. However, I'm writing online submissions for long-form comedy pieces, and writing jokes for comics would be fun. What sort of long-form pieces?
Some e-cards.
Answer. Yeah, exactly, literally. But he didn't answer that. He said there are several comedy websites that take online submissions. You just have to follow the rules and guidelines. If they like it, they post it. Literally, some e-cards. Some pay me and some don't. It's a good start until I figure out other avenues, blah, 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 blah.
Did we ever talk about the Spitfire Comedy Hour?
No, not on the pod.
He was like a co-producer of some vaporware Chicago comedy event. I don't know what he actually did. It was sort of like when he was on that account that was Feminist Netflix.
Yeah.
Where it was like,
is it still up?
I think it is.
Good question.
Yeah, where these two ladies made an account called Feminist Netflix, where it was
at Feminist Netflix. Feminist reviews of your fave and not so fave Netflix movies, run by at Kelsey Kane and the hilarious Home Halfway.
Oh, Kelsey Kane, that's Penis CK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Penis CK Home Halfway crossover.
It was Penis CK, yeah.
Dude, I'm blocked by Penis CK. Fuck this shit, man.
After he asked if he can join though, like join that account and do it with them, they never did another one.
Yeah, he weaseled his way on there. Like, hey, I know I'm actually a sexually predatory man, but can I be in your feminist thing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, for anyone, does this require more backstory?
We should say who Penis CK is. After Louis CK got me too.
Louis CK with a penis.
A woman would go around doing this open mic bid where she had like an orange wig on and then a big dildo, and she would be like, "Oh, I'm Penis CK. Everybody has to look at my penis because I'm a bad rapist, and I'm racist also."
And he's racist
because I think he did say the N-word in his show.
Yep.
Yep. Well, he had the pass from
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. That's right.
From Chris Rock, actually. Did you guys ever watch that panel show that was like Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K., and Chris Rock? Anyways, Gervais and Louis C.K. are saying the N-word. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, Penis C.K., she did that bit, and most people were like, either like this was kind of making a joke out of it or just kind of re-traumatizing people by like screaming and waving around a dildo if people are actually like affected by this. And it took her a while to get the point that like no one liked this, ever. But even she iced out Home Halfway because he was too lame.
Which is crazy.
He didn't know when a joke wasn't funny.
Yeah, so her and another woman started this feminist Netflix account that was feminist reviews of your favorite and not so favorite Netflix movies. And after they did a couple, Home Halfway asked to be a part of it.
Yeah, I wish the tweet was still there. Because he definitely just replied to one of them was like, "I'd like to be a part of this project, may I?" And they were like, "Yeah."
And it lasted for a month, and there's 23 tweets in total. And I think one of them left after one of the Home Halfway things. I might be messing that up, though.
You're right. It was, I don't even, somebody go look it up if they named them, but I'm sure whoever left wanted their name taken off there for a reason. Doesn't matter.
Home Halfway resigned from the Spitfire Comedy Hour, too. One of the times he got yelled at. I think it was just because one of those women named, like, Googly Moogly, who's been making shitty jokes since 2008 on Twitter, said, like, yo, yeah, that guy's, like, weird and, like, manipulative, and he makes a lot of women on here uncomfortable.
Was he even manipulative? He did, like, an engagement farm tweet where it was like, "Men, say whatever you want to say to harass women to me here instead."
Oh yeah,
he was trying to like be a hero with it, and
yeah, one woman quote tweeted him being like, "This is fucking weird, man," or even just replied in like a man making fun of him. He doesn't really care about that much, but a woman in his target age group, his target victim group, if they say it's bad, he's gonna threaten to kill himself.
Bro, okay, I have a better. I found the deleted tweet, and it was he asked him the Kelsey Penis CK girl, Because it's a tweet from an account that no longer exists, and tweet was deleted by tweet author, then the tweet is from an account that no longer exists, and that was him asking, "This is a great project. Do you think I could be a part of it?" Which is so weird. But it was literally after the show account had retweeted a selfie of Abby Govindan and Kelsey Kane like out at the bar, like all dressed up with makeup on and shit, like, "Hey, Feminist Netflix," like looking
Two of the greats,
looking all dolled up. He immediately replied and was like, "Can I be on this shit?" And then they just stopped doing it when he joined. So alpha.
Oh my god.
We should weaponize him and get like a bunch of things taken off the air. Just pay Home Halfway to go to SNL and say, "Can I be on this?" And then they just won't make it anymore.
Well, come on. He's definitely asked that question before. Can I be on?
Oh yeah,
this?
he makes a yearly pilgrimage up there.
Okay,
to see Lorne.
You know, everybody sends out their packets every year though, and the writers will like post about it and stuff. And Home Halfway is that guy that always claims he was doing that shit and never ever did. Such bullshit. You can't write a fucking sketch, man. You can only do line break fucking setting, date. Blah 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 blah. Let me write this entire joke around this stupid pun. Fuck you.
Spitfire comedy. Back to that for a second.
Yes.
I wish I had the just for fun tweet like pulled up or memorized word for word. But yeah, he produced a comedy show where you did a shot of hot sauce.
I can remember word for word.
Okay, reel it off.
I can't believe I created a comedy. What was it? A comedy show that's skyrocketing. I can't believe I created a comedy show that's skyrocketing, comma, just for fun.
No, it was dash just for fun.
Oh yeah, dash just for fun. You're right.
It made even less sense.
Just for fun. Yeah, so for like probably 3 or 4 months there's so many things where we just say we're doing and then say dash just for fun.
Yeah, if you look back at old stream titles.
True.
I'm not sure how many actual events they put on. The website's gone, but I would guess somewhere between 0 and 3.
No, they did a whole like season of them, but here's the thing. He did like the, what do they call him? He called himself a comedy producer. And I think producing means he found the people around Chicago like on Twitter and be like, "You want to come to this show?" And he just messaged them. That's all he did was like booking. But then here's what he would do. The nights of the show, instead of going and like everybody's there and taking selfies and posting pics and stuff, and he would stay home and sad post and talk about how his anxiety is keeping him from going to the show that's 3 blocks away that he fucking is producing. So he never even went to one in person.
What a fucking pussy.
Real?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that? He never went to one himself.
God damn. So he was the social media manager for something that's like in his neighborhood.
Yes.
And never went to it. What the fuck?
And that's why I call himself a comedy producer, but he never was even at the show to see how it was fucking going. It's so annoying, man.
Maybe there was someone there who he didn't like or he was trying to avoid.
Oh, it's probably almost anybody who didn't like him, you know?
Like some woman he did something to.
Oh, God.
The FYM account actually tweeted out on August 29th, 2019. It's kind of weird that I created a comedy show that's skyrocketing.
Just for fun. Yes. The archive.
There's one from me that said, "Decided to pass the Turing test just for fun."
Also, what does it mean for a comedy show to skyrocket? If you're in a venue with like a max capacity of 50?
Yeah, and they sold like a lot. They love
the applause-o-meter is going up more.
Like you kind of hit the maximum amount of people you can get at a comedy show in a bar pretty fast.
You weren't there, dude. You weren't there, Michael.
Yeah, how do you even know? You saw a picture of it on Facebook?
Literally.
Go to the fucking thing.
For fun.
It's not like you have to go on stage. You just have to sit there.
He would have to sit there in his button up and his tight necklace.
Oh yeah, his puka shell necklace.
No, he had the worst kind. He had the little like metal bead kind that clasped in the back, and it was way too tight. It looked like it was a keychain.
It's melded with his skin, like when a tree grows through a fence.
Yeah, it's like the kind of chain that's on a rabbit's foot, but he didn't even have anything on it. It was just like this tight little ball chain. It's so weird.
Carrying his iguana around.
I think he killed the iguana.
Before we run out of time,
I think he whipped it at the pavement really hard because he got mad. Because he never talks about the iguana.
True.
We got to talk about the I was poisoned.
Oh yeah, let me get into this real quick. Okay, so let me bring up the article too. There's been a huge influx. I know this has been talked on our Discord a little bit too, from people that have been following I Was Poisoned since I brought light to such a great site in URL. I've been posting a lot about it. There is Well, New York Post finally posted about the influx of Lucky Charms causing diarrhea and vomiting. Thank you, Lisa Fickenshire. What a name. This was on April Fool's Day, so it looks like a joke, but it's not a joke. It says, Lucky Charms, a sugary breakfast cereal made by General Mills, has long used a leprechaun mascot. Is believed to be making people sick nationwide. Yeah, from that picture. At least 139 consumers across the country reported they vomited and had diarrhea after eating a bowl of the cereal that's marketed to kids. According to iwaspoisoned.com, a platform that tracks foodborne illnesses. Look, these names are great. In March, Jan Judd of Heber City, Utah, said she ate a bowl.
Jan Judd.
That's Mike's wife.
I'm going to make her Emma Judd. Wait.
You're going to give her your first name?
Yeah, fuck her. My stupid Utah bitch. No, she said she ate a bowl as a snack when eating a few hours later, was cramping up, nauseous, and up much the night with diarrhea. I felt lousy for 24 hours, even worse than I felt when I had COVID-19, Judd told the Post. Wait, listen to this next one. This sounds like fucking... I can't even say it. Lacey Pack. Lacey Pack of Freona, Texas, gave her 3-year-old son Jackson Pack. I said Pack himself. It just says Jackson, but I didn't say his last name too because it's so funny.
This is my son Jack Links.
Her 3-year-old son Jackson, a mid-afternoon snack of the cereal without milk. So there you go. Not a lactose thing. On March 6th, several hours later, he began projectile vomiting and didn't stop until the following day, the Post said. The whole weekend, my son was like a zombie on the couch, she said. Let's get his shit his guts out and sit on the couch watching TV. The same day, her 5-year-old daughter Harper had a few bites of the cereal and came down with diarrhea, she said. General Mills says it does not believe its cereal is the cause of these illnesses, but it also says that it is conducting an ongoing review. They do the food safety is our top priority, blah, 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 spokesperson shit. And then another consumer of New Philadelphia, Ohio. Everything's so funny to me. This one pisses me off, though. Another consumer from New Philadelphia, Ohio reported having green poop from the cereal. No shit. Everyone has green poop from Lucky Charms if you eat too much moron. I feel so sick. I have the shakes. So this guy got sick and had normal, like, food coloring poop. But it was like, oh my god, I'm dying. The 58-year-old brand from General Mills, whose marshmallows come in form of hearts, clovers, moons, diamonds, and rainbows, began sickening people last July.
Oh my god.
iwaspoisoned.com founder Patrick Quaid claimed. Quaid said he contacted the company in September, alerting General Mills to the influx of reports, but he did not hear back. The reports began to spike this year with 15 consumers complaining on the platform in February and 17 in March. Now it's literally like 5 a day.
Damn.
Dry cereal is a category of food that rarely sees this kind of activity or food poisoning reports. That's like a quote from I Was Poisoned guy too. Nevertheless, in 2018, Kellogg's Honey Smacks cereal caused a multi-state outbreak of salmonella, in which 135 people in 36 states were infected and 34 people were hospitalized. Fuck.
I don't get how you even get food poisoning from something that isn't meat.
Yeah.
Or at least lettuce. Like,
again, Kellogg also voluntarily recalled 28 million boxes of cereal, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, and Honey Smacks cereals in 2010 because of a foul odor and flavor from the liners of the packages. It may just be the packaging doing it. Kellogg said at the time that 20 people complained about the smell and 5 people reported nausea and vomiting. Oh, man. So that's pretty much what's going on with I Was Poisoned, but I wanted to share...
When I opened up this box of Apple Jacks, it was the worst smell I had ever smelled in my life. And then once I ate a bowl of it, I started having diarrhea.
Seriously. Anyway, okay, this is BJ's Wholesale Club, Pelham Parkway, Pelham Manor, Pelham, New York, USA. Okay, this post fucking killed me yesterday, man. Since mid-last year, we started experiencing diarrhea from eating Cheerios and Lucky Charms we purchased here.
I've had diarrhea since before I can remember.
We would buy 5 to 7 packs
just for fun.
We'd buy 5 to 7 boxes at a time, so we had cereal for months. We didn't realize it was a cereal until we stopped eating it. And when we resumed, the diarrhea returned. Now I'm seeing an article in the New York Post about said complaint. We still have 2 boxes of Cheerios left. We haven't bothered speaking to the folks at the store because they're not going to believe us. It's not like we're going to get our money back.
What do you mean you have 2 left? Throw it out.
This issue.
Why do you still have it?
It's so funny.
He gave you diarrhea for 6 months and you still have the other
They
one?
said the diarrhea didn't stop until they stopped eating the food and said, when we resumed eating the cereal, the diarrhea returned. Why would you keep eating it?
I think they just like having diarrhea. It comes out faster. It saves you so much time.
I read that yesterday before I went live, and I almost couldn't go live because I was lolling too much.
Chet, you love getting food poisoning. Have you ever got it from something that wasn't like meat or an IPA?
Yeah. I left butter out overnight, and then because I got really high, and then I put it back in the fridge the next day and continued to use it, and then I got sick.
Well, that's mostly meat.
That's old country, isn't it? Leaving butter out all day, so it's like fucking room temp, and you just like spread on your bread. Isn't that how they used to do in the olden days?
It may have been unrelated, but I got sick around that time. But no, I got the ones I remember were the salami, beer, and then the Chicago style hot dog I ate right when I moved into my new apartment last year,
with a bunch of Lucky Charms on it.
Classic Chicago style.
Yeah, it's Chicago on St. Patrick's Day.
Charms.
That's what they sell.
That's an hour.
Well,
that was a fun one.
That was a fun hour.
I think so.
Hope you guys like learning about weird Twitter.
Yeah, it was fun. The fact that we could talk about all this with no notes for so long is so funny.
Sucks dick.
You've been listening to the Know Your Meme podcast.
Rather, that's a bad thing.
I gotta go study some maps now or something.
All right, bye
Yo,
everybody.
what's up?
Greetings. This is Danny Phil.
B.O.B. Bobby Ray-Bans.
Hi, it's Rudy Giuliani.
This is Tommy Chung.
Hey, I'm Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
Man, it's your boy Juicy J, man.
You're listening to WFYA Talk Radio.
You take care of the bacon and eggs, we'll take care of the
Ribs.
And now another hit.